The lighthouse stood on a cluster of rocks 3 miles off the mainland coast, and it was the kind of place that the world mostly forgot about until it needed saving. Dev had grown up on those rocks. His father, Krishnan, had kept the lighthouse for 20 years, maintaining the Great Light, recording weather, signaling the mainland, and making sure that ships passing through the narrow channel between the rocks and the coast saw exactly what they needed to see at exactly the right moment. Dev had no school. His mother had died when he was 5, and Krishnan could not leave the lighthouse for long enough to bring his son ashore for regular education. Instead, Dev had a chest of books, a supply boat that came once a month with provisions and new volumes, and a father who answered every question with care. By 12, Dev had read everything on the island twice. He knew navigation from the sailors who stopped occasionally for repairs, men who sat with him for hours, explaining charts and tides and the behavior of the sea in different winds. He knew meteorology from his father's journals and from simply watching the sky change, day after day, for his entire life. He knew mathematics because the lighthouse required it. He knew literature because he loved it. When Dev was 14, his father fell seriously ill. The supply boat was 3 weeks away. The mainland was 3 miles across water that was choppy and cold. Krishnan could not stand, let alone manage the light. Dev managed the light. He had watched his father do it every night of his life. He knew every gear, every cable, every backup system. He filled the lamp, wound the mechanism, monitored the beam through the night, logged the ships that passed, and recorded the weather as his father had always done. The first ship came through the channel on his 3rd night alone, in thick fog that reduced visibility to almost nothing. Dev kept the light turning. The ship passed safely through without ever knowing that the lighthouse keeper was a boy of 14 who had never attended a single day of school in his life. He maintained the lighthouse for 6 weeks until his father recovered. Years later, Dev captained ships that sailed to ports on 4 continents. He had never attended any naval academy, and the admirals who had done 4 years of rigorous professional training regarded him with a kind of baffled respect. He knew things they did not know, and knew them deeply, in the marrow way, because he had learned them at the source. An admiral once asked him, "Where did you study?" Dev thought for a moment. "On a rock in the sea," he said. "My teachers were my father, the sailors who passed through, and the ocean itself." The admiral considered this for a while. Then he said, "In my experience, that is usually the best kind of education." Moral: education is not only found in classrooms. Life, curiosity, and responsibility are often the greatest teachers of all, and what we learn from them goes deepest. Red Paper Lantern.